Hello, everyone, and welcome aboard the Leaky Tiki Transportation System. We're on our way to the Diz Idiots podcast. For your safety and the safety of others, please remain seated while the podcast is in motion. If you're standing, we encourage you to use the handrails above or to the side and remain clear of the doors and stairwells. We also ask that you refrain from eating, drinking, or smoking while aboard the podcast. And now, we invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Welcome to the Diz Idiots podcast. I'm your host, Dozer. He is Bruce. We don't have last names or first names. We just are.
Like a first name company.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot to light up my mood lighting.
Gotta have mood lighting. It's a holiday.
There we go. We have a lightsaber. Mood lighting. That you can't really see, but now I can really hear it.
You can see it. I can see it. It counts.
Okay. So, apparently the holidays just happened.
Really? When?
Last week, I heard.
I missed it.
Well, kind of the whole month, because, I don't know what you celebrate or what anyone celebrates, but everyone celebrates some sort of holiday, except there's some people who don't celebrate holidays, and I guess...
And that's okay. That's okay. It's still Festivus for the rest of us.
Absolutely. But today we're here to talk about the holiday Bonanza that happens down in Disney World every year. Starting, sometime immediately following Halloween.
Starting with just a few days, as long as it takes them to get rid of Halloween and get Christmas up. Or holiday up.
Yeah. It really is a salute to every holiday around the world, but mostly Christmas. I think Sam Eagle says it best there.
2.5-month finale.
Yeah. So, first off, I think we just have to take a moment and say how wonderfully decorated all the parks are during this time.
Impeccably, not just well decorated, the speed at which they go up. You can literally go home one night from a park, next morning, holidays all in front of you. Same thing with the hotels. Just it is like magic.
It is magic because it's friggin' Disney World.
They even have a tour about this, or they used to. I don't know if they still do. I never did it, but I always wanted to. Heard it was fantastic.
It's hard to say what they have because, COVID.
What's that?
Something that has slowly drained the magic from everything we know and love. So, they have that. And Main Street is done beautifully. I am a little sad that the garland doesn't go all the way across anymore to make way for the bigger parade floats for the parade that doesn't happen currently.
Parades that don't happen currently.
Yes, but only one was tall enough to require them to take down the...
This is true.
Stuff over, but it still looks beautiful. They have it on the lamppost, kind of going out a little. It's beautiful. You walk in, you see the big tree right there. Nothing better than Christmas.
Everything decorated, and it's wonderful. I do I love walking down Main Street normally, but it is very nice around Christmas time. Plus, then, it is really hard not to. It's Christmas, and you walk past the bakery, and you smell those cookies. It's impossible not to go in and grab one. It really just makes it that much better.
Well, we do love our cookies here. And, it should be stated, all year long, every park and downtown Disney do have dedicated year-round Christmas shops.
Yes, they do.
So you can make sure to get your Mickey ornament and get it personalized and get it shipped to your resort so it can break in your luggage on the way home.
Or ship it home.
Yes, you can do that too. And then you can blame it on FedEx. But, it's wonderful. And even at the Magic Kingdom, where outside of Main Street, the decorations can calm down a lot very quickly. But you do run into some things, like the Jingle Cruise.
It's a great holiday overlay. For those of you who don't know, obviously the world famous Jungle Cruise. Well, for the holidays a couple years ago, about 2 or 3 years ago, they started having what would be called the Jingle Cruise. It is the Jungle Cruise you know and love, but with a little bit of holiday flair on the queue and holiday-themed jokes on the attraction. So if you thought the normal jokes were bad, woo!
They get worse. Way worse.
Worse or better?
Bruce, if we like the jokes, they got worse. So you have the Jingle Cruise. You have, I believe, that park on the other side of the country we don't talk about. I think they overlay, what is it?
Yeah,
that ride that never ends, but is 16 minutes of air conditioning. Oh. Small World. I think they do a holiday overlay for that.
They overlay Small World. They also overlay a certain other attraction that shall not be mentioned or named. For my only trip out to this park we do not mention, I was about 4 days early from seeing the Haunted Mansion holiday.
I thought we were naming it.
I'm not bitter.
You're not bitter at all. I have no idea what you're talking about.
No, not a bit. Oh, it's so close!
And I'm going to say this for Bruce, but it wasn't too long ago. There was a certain other holiday overlay for some certain bears.
If you don't know, the Country Bears were the first holiday overlay. Before it was cool, the Country Bears were doing it, and it was not just Christmas. They had summer overlays. I think they might have had a spring overlay, but they had a holiday overlay and a summer overlay. I miss those, but we still have the Country Bears, so I'm not going to complain.
Yeah, they're still here until they're gone. Look, Bruce, the saving grace for your Country Bears is the fact there is nothing they could put back there, really.
No, there's not. I do love the Country Bears.
So, I think that really is it at the Magic Kingdom. Oh, well, they do have the Very Merry Christmas Party, where you could see the Christmas Parade.
Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas Parade. It is delightful, it is long, and it plays the same song over and over and over and over.
It's not quite Boo to You.
It ain't Boo to You. It ain't bad, though. It is still good. Plus, what would a holiday party be without holiday treats at certain select locations? They have hot chocolate, cookies, and a juice if you would like juice, if you are of that persuasion. I like that. I like both personally. Very nice. It's a very nice break. I love sitting in the Crystal Palace, just looking at people watching.
Look, while I think that the not so scary Halloween party is a must do whenever you go down to the world, I do not think the Very Merry Christmas Party is a very merry time. And I found it to be not a good use of my time and or money.
You know what the Very Merry is good for? Like most limited ticket events, it is good if you were looking. There's not one attraction, or if you're looking to just do a couple extra rides with some exclusive ride time. Attraction lines do tend to be a little shorter because there's a limited number of people. So, but I like Very Merry. I would do it again. I haven't been there. I haven't done Very Merry since I've been working there in years.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God, it'll be a decade soon.
Yeah, so you just have to think. So I did it the year they ended the lights at another park we're going to talk about in the near future. And that's right about the time they really started opening up the attendance to these parties.
Yeah.
And Very Merry, with very few other options to do, there was not that relief of crush at the lines.
I can understand that.
But I did get my money's worth out of it.
Yeah, I actually felt that way about the last time I did Not So Scary. It was not. I might be going with rose-colored glasses, but it was not the event I remember, and I was a little disappointed. But that's okay. It's still fun.
I went to the holiday party for one reason. I was successful. I got my photo with Scrooge McDuck. Before the DuckTales revival, I was happy.
Can't ask for much more than that. Uncle Scrooge is the best.
Yeah. So, how should we go now? Where should we go from the Magic Kingdom? I think, should we go to the one that has, like, nothing?
Yes.
Okay. Take us there. Where are we going?
We're going to Animal Kingdom, folks. The reason I say we're going to Animal Kingdom, and almost nothing, is Animal Kingdom has some holiday decorations. It is decorated nice. All the parks are decorated nice for the holidays. There are holiday treats they do sell at DAC, but as far as much to do, they really don't do a whole ton. They used to do, I don't know if they still do, as of last year, obviously parades aren't happening this year. They used to do Mickey's Jingle Jungle Parade, but I don't even think they do the Jam and Jungle Parade anymore, so I'm pretty sure that stopped. Actually, because I'm pretty sure the parade building is where they built Pandora. Pretty sure.
Yeah, I have no idea. I honestly don't remember much except the beautiful, beautiful Christmas tree from there. But every park has a beautiful Christmas tree.
Every park, they do have They have decorations up, and it's still nice. So, but it's just as far as compared to the other parks, there is not a marquee thing, if you will. Which, speaking of marquee, should we jump on to the next park?
Absolutely. Let's go to Hollywood. Do 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 do. Where, I don't know what. So, like, currently, I know they have some projection mapping going on the Tower of Terror that looks really cool for the holidays.
Mm-hmm. Also, currently, I don't, obviously, again, this year has changed things. The other thing they were doing for the holidays was on the theater with some fireworks and everything. It was based on Prep and Landing. It's a holiday projection and fireworks show called Jingle Bell, Jingle Bam!
Yeah.
First off, folks, if you have never watched Prep and Landing, what are you waiting for? It's on Disney Plus if you have that. If not, you can purchase it on DVD and Blu-ray and such. There's two of them. They've talked about doing more. They haven't yet, but they're very, very cute little Chris. They're short, two short things, 20, 25 minutes long, but they really are nice. And I really like that they were doing something in the parks with them, even though they tend to be a little less known property. But I do remember when they came out was when I was down there seeing another, sadly defunct because of construction and such. But that brings us to the other, what used to be one of the marquee attractions during holiday time at Disney World, which would be
the Ozzy Osbourne Spectacle of Dancing Lights. Oh, was I wrong? Is it Sharon?
Sharon! I think he means the Osbourne Family Spectacle of Dancing Lights, which was set in the back in the streets. It was lights everywhere. It was a light explosion, and periodically throughout the event, the lights would dance to music. It was wonderful. They also had themed years. I know 1 year Phineas and Ferb was in charge, so you'd hear things. They'd be doing things like, uh-oh. Speaking of, hold on a second.
And, I went there 1 year. I went there the last year. I tried to put on the T-shirt from that, but I have, like many things, expanded since then.
It's hot in here, that's why.
Yeah, it was awesome to go. You see all these lights, and then there were all these little hidden surprises in the lights. Like Kylo Ren's lightsaber in the one window.
They always had some hidden surprises, which was wonderful.
Yeah, it was a great time, especially if you love it. And about, every 15 or 30 minutes, they'd put on a song and it'd dance like that annoying neighbor.
About 15 to 20, and it was a nice thing. 15 to 20, the people walked through and experienced at least one song. Again, Prep and Landing came out the year I was there, and to promote it, if you watched the one building, the elves would actually jump from the windows.
Oh, that is cool.
It was cool. It was one of the, if you didn't, they also had hidden things like hidden cats and such. And there's always, like Disney, they love to hide things. They love to get you involved.
They do love to hide things.
They do. And Osborne was a good time. I like to go get an apple pie, caramel apple, and walk through. And of course, I forgot to mention about Magic Kingdom. It would also snow occasionally.
It's snowing in Florida. How is that possible? Soap.
Foam.
I know.
We don't use the S word. And the foam is often scented. Scented foam.
Blueberry.
So the next time you're washing your hands, think you could use that at Disney World.
But was it pink or blue?
Just blue.
Oh, no. You got to go back to the bathroom and wash your hands again, mister.
I don't use foaming hand soap. Stop it.
Yeah, well, that was a '50s primetime joke for you
That
there.
I'm aware. I'm aware.
So, we had the Hollywood studios there, and after Hollywood studios, I think, though, of course, some people will disagree, the real king of the holiday bonanzas comes down to Epcot.
Absolutely.
Because first you have the big international archway, or whatever the heck they called it. But it was a big pergola with tons of lights as you walk towards World Showcase. And then you get to World Showcase and you get to experience these holiday traditions from around the world. It's kind of like your own little Olaf's Frozen Adventure,
Yes.
if you have seen that short. And if you haven't, you should absolutely watch it because it's adorable. And Olaf gets covered in a Swedish man's towel.
Oh, that is a delightful one.
And, as you go around, you see all these things from around the world. But then I think the most beautiful and the pinnacle of Disney Holiday is the Candlelight Procession.
The Candlelight Procession is a must-do, featuring rotating guests who read the story and such. I have many friends who have been in the choir over the years.
And these guests can include such wonderful stars as almost every year you have at least one appearance from Neil Patrick Harris. You get some Whoopi Goldberg in there. You get the real Disney All-Stars. And you get a couple soap stars in there. So
you get soap stars, and if any theater fans out there, you usually get a Broadway performer or two. I have seen Miss Cheetah Rivera do it, and I was quite happy.
So, if you go down, you just hope you get one of the good ones on the time you're there. It's kind of like the Eat to the Beat concerts. You're hoping you get one of the good ones. But inevitably, whenever I go down there, it's Jefferson Starship.
Or Hanson.
No, it's never Hanson. The wife would love Hanson. Hanson would break my wife, and we'd be there for 3 shows a day.
Honestly, though, compared to Eat to the Beat, I always found it doesn't really matter who you have with Candlelight Procession. Yeah. They're going to do a good job. It really is. I really like it. You do have to wait for it, but it's worth it.
I will say, I was slightly bummed. So we were watching this year's Disney Holiday Family Spectacular, where they presented prior castle lightings from around the world, going back years. And I was sitting there going, this would be a great year to televise a Candlelight Processional.
Yes.
That's what I would have loved. I would have loved to turn on my TV, and I think there's only one host you could have done if you did a televised Candlelight Processional. That's NPH himself, the consummate Disney fan, the rock hard steady man of the Candlelight Processional, Neil Patrick Harris.
I don't disagree. I think that would have been a very, very smart idea.
But nope, didn't happen. I guess that was a little too non-secular for global offerings. Because remember, this is Disney's Holiday Bonanza, celebrating holidays from around the world, but mostly Christmas.
It is. And actually, speaking of something we forgot at the Kingdom, again, we keep forgetting things at the Kingdom, the lighting of Cinderella Castle.
Yes, where, before you used to have the fairy godmother do it, you'd have Tinkerbell do it.
It was, the fairy godmother version was the best. Now you have characters from Arendelle who makes zero lick of sense here, folks. Why would Arendelle be deciding what happens with Cinderella Castle?
Because who else can make magical ice appear?
Well, easily. Before it used to have, right before Arendelle folks did it, you would have the Fab Five would come out, they'd be arguing how to decorate the castle, and then Fairy Godmother would appear. Well, it's Cinderella. She's the one who should. Cinderella Castle. She really is the one who should pick.
It's not her castle. It's Prince Charming's castle.
I know, but that just roll with it. And so they would cover it in ice. But to get it, Fairy Godmother would need some help. You say the magic words.
Bibbidi bobbidi boo.
And then the castle and magically light up with a wonderful rendition of Baby the Bobbity Boo mixed with White Christmas, which I really enjoyed. It was really nice. I really enjoyed that. I do miss that. It's just not. I'm sorry. It's just not the same. I don't really have a connection with the Arendelle folks. It's just not the same. I get it. She can wave her hand and make ice appear. You know, I know plenty of people that can probably do that.
Bruce, but they all have cold hearts.
Yeah, that's why they can make ice appear.
Yeah, but Elsa doesn't have a cold heart. She has a warm heart. That's the whole of the story.
They have cold hearts and coal in their stockings.
Yeah, they do. Good old Ebenezer himself probably can do it.
Humbug.
But, you know, outside of the parks, just about every resort has a gorgeous Christmas tree. You'll never beat it. They have an entire warehouse basically dedicated to Christmas tree storage.
And not just that. Not only do we have every resort have a whole Christmas tree, we have a resort that has an entire walk-up gingerbread house.
Made of gingerbread, for the sole purpose of selling
gingerbread shingles.
It's a little bit cannibalistic, isn't it?
It is, but I'm not a big gingerbread fan, but I will be honest, their gingerbread is delicious.
I don't know. I never had it because the line's always longer than I want to stand in for gingerbread.
Who says you stand in line? Just bum rush them and eat the house.
Yeah, that never works for me.
I play Ballroom Blitz and everyone somehow steps out of my way. Something about me running forward, yelling cookies, all of a sudden, people don't want to be near me.
And now, just to wrap up the holidays, New Year's Eve, it's the end of the holidays. There are great fireworks everywhere. If you want to go see the fireworks, you should already be in the Magic Kingdom, probably.
Or Epcot fills up fast. So does Hollywood. Hollywood does a real good one with Lights, Camera, Happy New Year. Magic Kingdom, at least, I don't know. They used to do it twice. They used to do what the New Year's fireworks did on, I guess the 30th, and then they do it again on New Year's Eve, so you could see them once and then go see one of the other parks.
Yeah, and then the other big thing is sadly Pleasure Island is gone, where they used to have New Year's Eve every night, fireworks, bam, never a huge crowd. You could go see them anytime, one place, Pleasure Island. But hey, it was something to do.
It was, unfortunately, clientele have gotten put a kibosh to that.
Couple of people fighting like they're from Raglan Road?
Sure, let's go with that. Is this a kid's show?
I don't know. Have we decided we have someone watching? Are we a kid's show?
I don't know, because I don't want to be like...
Hey, let's not make allusions to that. I think we should just stop here, give everybody, wish them a very happy holidays.
And a very happy New Year.
Yes. Feliz Navidad. What's that New Year's song?
All Things Time?
Yeah, that one. For all acquaintance we forgot. Da, 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 da. You can tell why I'm not allowed to sing.
Folks, I tried to stop him singing from before. Can't carry a tune if it was in a bucket. I failed. I apologize.
But, until next time, please watch your step as you disembark the podcast and mind the gap. And we hope you had a magical evening right here on the Diz Idiots podcast. We'll be back here next Tuesday with another topic for you. Bye-bye.